Damn. Alright, so I started out with this little piano part right here, doing its choppy thing. I brought that into my project, turn it into this little pluck here, which is just pitch shifted down, some supermassive, and then compression to make the after trails sort of bigger. I did the same thing for the second pluck here, which was the same technique. This was a synth stab. This is it raw. With the effects. So just pitch shifted down, supermassive, and compression again, just to make the reverb really big. From there, I took these synth arts very nice bubbly synth arts, and I turned it into just a part for the bridge here. And all I did was pitch it down and compress it a bit, but I duped it up and made a copy with a bunch of reverb. So this is just pitch shifted down supermassive, and then to clean it up a little bit I use Soothe 2, which is a great plugin for cleaning up just really big reverbs and stuff like that. It's a nice spacey sound for the bridge, big and theatric, which is what I like. From there, I lifted some of the drums. So this part and the drums here, I took just the kick and the snare, the chorus, so here's the kick and the chorus. And all I did here was some EQ, some saturation, and then this compressor by WA Productions, or WA Audio. I love this parallel compressor because it has this bear here, and he starts out really happy, and he gets angrier and angrier. It's super angry. Anyways, good parallel compressor, and just to make the drums a bit more crunchy, or that kick crunchy. I did the same thing with the snare here. Just the only difference is a little bit of reverb, supermassive. After that, I took this vocal counterpart, so this nice descending lead, and I turned it into this part on the chorus here. This is a raw, little bit glitchy, and then I put just a pitch shifter, a trance gate filter from Alex Hilton, shout out to this plugin's amazing, and just some compression further, and it turned into this nice little rhythmic thing going on here. course, I had to take some of the actual vocals because they were amazing.
I've been waiting for someone or something to take me away. I've been waiting for someone or something to take me away.
That end there was amazing, so I used that as a bridge, as a transition vocal, sort of.
I've been waiting for someone or something to take me away.
Bunch of reverb there.
I've been waiting for someone or something to take me away.
And of course we had to have that pitch bend vocal here because it just sounds amazing again. So that was that. For the vocals on my end, I was on my sad boy stuff because I was just feeling that vibe. Not much to say here. The only thing I will comment on is lyrically, I was definitely inspired by the fade away part, or just let me fade, you know, from the original vocals. So one part I was inspired by was the original vocals, the fade away part, or take me away. So one part I was inspired by was this original part right here.
To take me away.
And that take me away, I just sort of went to fade away in my head, and I just, you know, started a vocal from that, and ended up with a
Just let me fade
lyric. And I went from there with my sad boy stuff because I'm a sad boy. The rest of the stuff is not too much. There's a pad here on the verses, and that is just labs. Going in with some presets here, or sample library instruments. Sounds good. Another labs thing here. Not much. The basses are just Serum. Some just presets I made myself. Same thing for the chorus bass. Just another instance of Serum doing its thing. But there's also a sublab little drippy thing here, which is I wanted a movement, so this had definitely the movement I wanted for it. It's got that sort of wow wow sound, and it helps propel the track forward a little bit, I think. The rest of the drums were just regular samples. Sorry, the rest of the drums are samples just from a sample library. Not much to say here. Here's the drum loop.
is toxic.
For the chorus, and then the drums on the verse. I decided to cut out here, and it comes in and it fades in. So yeah, not much to say on the drums, just regular samples. Besides that, the rest of the stuff, the ear candy stuff, is just basic samples as well. We have this riser here. We have some impact sounds. Nothing too wild. And that was essentially it. The rest of it is just my vocals. And yeah. So there we go. That's my overview of the track and how I went through everything and set it up. Thanks for having me.